Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We shall continue with our lecture so that we have ideas in respect of the subtle self. Okay. Now, so last week we had discussed that surrender. We already known that the attributes are the manifestation. The essence is also manifestation. And manifestation are powerless, just like a mirage, just like a shadow, just like a Fata Morgana. The real power is behind these two, the powerhouse, and that is the subtle self. So we have had talk. Surrender means surrender your existence, total existence to him. That means you annihilate yourself. That means you admitted consciously or unconsciously that you do not exist. And this is very, very important threshold for a Sufi. A Sufi must stand on this threshold that I do not exist. So many a times when people ask questions, they don't understand. Although they had followed, but they could not understand. They ask, and when they ask, you see, their problem is particularly because they exist. When you exist, and last Friday I heard at the mosque the Friday khutbah, and how people are encouraged to plan, to think for themselves, to do better and all that. Where is Allah? Where is Allah? You see, when you think you exist, you will fall under the concept of Mutazila. You will fall under Jabariyah or Ashariyah. When we exist, we can use our mentality to change. The other one, we just have no power at all. We exist, but no power. And the other one is sometimes got power, sometimes no power, but we still exist. For Sufi, we don't exist. So when you say surrender, surrender your existence. And once you surrender your existence, you know you don't exist, you must shut up. Say, shut up. Huh? That's what Pandey say. You got eyes, you see. You got ears, you hear. But you got mouth, shut up. Clap your hand, pretend, and pretend that you don't know. That is what we call surrender. Because Allah had said in the Quran, all in heaven and all on earth and in between belong to me absolutely. All in heaven, all on earth, and all in between belong to me absolutely. There's another verse, Allah said, all the visible and all the invisible belong to me absolutely. 100% belong to him. So when you understood this, you must give back the assets belong to the owner 100%. You have to return them back and not claiming belong to you. That's why when we say surrender, it means surrender of your existence. That existence also belongs to him. I created you when you did not exist. Don't you remember? So how he created is from his own subtle self, which manifested to essence and manifested to be the attributes at large. So to surrender means total existence, give back to him, wholesale or in total, give back to him. And if you don't exist, you must shut up. You don't exist, you can talk. If you talk, you become ghost. That was last week's lecture. This week, do men think that they will be left alone on saying we believe and that they will not be tested? Here, tested required total commitment. And no two ways about it. Total commitment. No backing out. Steadfast, istiqamah. Accept your faith. Be steadfast, committed, totally committed. Like we see Prophet Abraham, alayhi salam. He was going to be burned in a big fire. He didn't back out. He did not back out. Total commitment, have faith in Allah. Even if your life is at stake, there's no back out. That is what means tested. He wants total commitment. Similarly, in my task, carrying out the task given to me to pass on this knowledge of God to all of you all over there. Not only I am required total commitment, but you too are required from you total commitment. That means you stick to this. No matter what happens, you must not back out. And that is what happened when Rasulullah died. Some of the Sahabat companions could not accept this. And even Sayyidina Umar want to kill anybody who said Rasulullah had demised. Then the surah was read by Sayyidina Abu Bakr Islam. Then Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu, he said, he read the verse in the Quran, if your prophet passed away, as many before had passed away, are you going to turn away from my religion and run away? And that shook many people to the core. And so everybody accepted the prophet demise and hang on to Islam. Similarly here, no matter the change of leadership or whatever, you must hold on to this Awaluddin Marifatullah, this journey, this commitment. You must hold on to it, support Yamas Indonesia so that we are ready in times to come throughout the region here and overseas. You shall not now. There are 7 people who have been appointed to take this role, 4 under the Indonesian language, Pak Deka, Pak Manso, Pak Aziz, Dr. Tafikul. And Malaysia, Sufi, and Jafar, and Azmi. Now, don't look at them now. Don't. Look at them in 20 years' time. When that time more and more people are looking for this knowledge. These are the 7 pillars originally appointed by me and the CEO of Yamas, Mas Agus. 7 pillars. In 20 years' time, these are the wisest of the wise among us, who have been trained, checked, rechecked, tested, and all that, and very dedicated and committed to spread this Awaluddin Ma'rifatullah as done by 124,000 prophets. These are the 7 pillars in 20 years to come. The pioneers, the original, that stand against time, who will be providing a lot of assistant guidelines, instructions for those who come in the future. I'm very happy that they are there. I'm now on the English world, and we will train some people to carry out this after me. There will be 1 or 2 appointments, or maybe 3, including Chinese, Tamil, English, to be the pillars for the future to come. Okay? Remember, I'm saying, look at 20 years ahead. These are the pillars who will be the mainstay of the Sufism, the way of the Prophet. So bear that in mind. These are 7 people selected not only because of their knowledge, but because of their total commitment. You may have knowledge, but you don't have total commitment, you will never be selected. And I'm not the one who select. These are inspired to me, who are the persons. And some of you being tested and failed. Yeah. So unfortunate, but I can't do anything. You must have total commitment in this path. That's why Rasulullah said, you put sun on my right hand and moon on my left hand. I'll never budge, but will continue my missionary work. That is total commitment. Okay. So many hardships, even suffer quarantine as a result. His wife passed away. His a grandfather passed away. But Rasulullah did not falter. Continue and continue. Total commitment. So when you are tested, you require total commitment. You don't back out. How tough the test is, you don't back out. Okay? So that's why Allah said, don't say, we are believers. You will be tested. Okay. What we're talking about, we believe, this we are talking about the real believe in Allah. In the sense that, as you read in the Salah, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati, all my worship, all my salat, all my life and death belong to Allah. Total commitment. Okay. I'm not worried about the 7 pillars I've told you. But for those who come, if you want to be part of our da'wah, first and foremost, you have to be approved by Yamas Indonesia. But before that and after that, there must be total commitment by you to carry out the da'wah, our Ludin, Marifat. Yes. So tested means that you have to have total commitment, whatever you face. As I say, Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, total commitment. Die lah, what to do? Being thrown into fire. And he want to slaughter his son, Ismail. I'm sure many dissuade him from, try to persuade him not to. Committed, total. I've told you also many, many times, my mother came to see me and discouraged me from doing this da'wah because I'm a trained lawyer, educated in London. Why should I be an ustad? My mother was unhappy. She was fearful that I would be sent to jail, because at that time I don't have Sharia qualification at all. But I told my mother, I've made a promise to Rasulullah. I cannot back out. I could not back out. What will be, will be. Total commitment. When a Christian priest challenged me to stop smoking, because I said fasting strengthened the iman, he said that you stop smoking. And I stopped until today. That was maybe 1988, 89, after I got stopped. I stopped. Until today, total commitment. So remember this, tested means for you to respond in total commitment. Come what may, you have to stand first. Look at Prophet Ibrahim, he may die. He may die in the big fire. What to do? He may slaughter his own son. What to do? Similarly, Mashita. All her children were thrown into the cauldron of hot water, some say oil, and including herself and her infant child. All died, but there is total commitment. There was total commitment. There is no backing out. So you see, Jacob also, when he lost Joseph, he believed in Allah. He never criticized Allah or blame Allah. No such thing. He believed in trust in Allah that there is or there was some goodness behind all this. And yes, later on he got his son, who is a very powerful figure in Egypt. He got his eyesight back. But throughout these years of pain and suffering, he never utter a single word to criticize Allah. To criticize Allah. Never. Similarly, Ayub too. He lost his wealth, he lost his children, he lost his house, but not one single word criticizing Allah's Father. Never. That's why he was praised. Jacob also was praised by Allah's Father. That's why Jesus said the words why, that is the word that put you in hell. Because you are questioning Allah, wisdom, that Allah doing something without wisdom. That Jesus say, why is a word resembling the door of hell. No backing out. When Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with 300 Muslims met the Quraysh, the unbelievers, thousands, no backing out. No backing out. That is when the test comes, no backing out. And therefore, when you criticize Allah, there, what happened to Noah, Prophet Noah, let's say. This is my son, my son. Why you drown him? Why you drowned my son? And what Allah said, don't you be ignorant. Don't you be ignorant. Rasulullah was also told, don't be ignorant when you question Allah. It is fortunate that Allah did not punish you for questioning him like he had punished Iblis and his cronies for questioning Allah's wisdom in appointing us as his Khalifah. Iblis and his cohort were thrown out from the Garden of Eden, or from heaven, thrown out. Rasulullah also was chastised by Allah, don't you be ignorant. When Rasulullah lamented why some of my ummah still unbelievers. Allah said, don't you be ignorant. So why? When the question, you cannot say why. When you are tested, you cannot say why my life is like that, why I'm poor, why my brothers, sisters are, why I'm like, why my child is like, you don't say why. Everything Allah did is the best for us, but we didn't know. Allah is much wiser than us, you know. So if we have something different, we got something different, you know, this is the best for us. Because if we are wholesome body, we may become the greatest group on earth. But when we are handicapped, we become the most loving person on earth. There's always goodness in everything. There's always a purpose behind everything. And Allah will not burden a person over and above that he can carry. So remember, my companion, my brothers, when you are tested, you have to have total commitment. Otherwise, you can't reach that pillars of faith that have you read in your prayer. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillah. It doesn't mean anything. And you will be spiritually not the higher echelon. You remain at the lower echelon. Okay? So tested me, total commitment, no backing out. So you see again, we continue here. He may test you which of you is best indeed. Now, this one will be related to the upcoming lectures. He may test you which of you is best indeed. What is deed here? Deed is your doing. Your doing. Which of you is the best in what you're doing? What I'm trying to explain to you. You are an owner of a plot of land. And half of the plot you plant grass. And half you plant weeds. Okay? So the grasses look fresh and nice. The weed look horrible, right? Nobody wants it. But you planted them. Not the wheat grew by itself. Not the grass grew by itself. You planted them. You want it that way. You want the wheat to grow that way. You want the grass to grow that way. And we always say, last time, remember, there's only one great desire, which is infinity, and that is the desire of divine desire. Essence, complete. He wants it that way. That's why he told the prophet, mind your business. If I want the whole world to be believers, I'll do so. But you know, he doesn't want it that way. He planted the wheat, he planted the grasses. That's why he say, I inspired evil, and I'm also the one who inspired good deeds. And in the pillar of faith number 6, he admitted, I commit the good and the bad. You must understand this. So he wanted it that way. He planted it that way. He wanted it that way. And we have no say. So what again I want to put here, to add again for you to consider. He made the wheat grow that way. And the wheat grew that way. He made the grass grow that way. And the grass grew that way. But the grass is acceptable to all. All are very happy with the grass. He made the wheat grow that way, and people not happy with the wheat. But the wheat grew right there. Now you look, who is better subservient to the planter? The grasses got all the praise, but the wheat, even though were condemned, still grow that way because the planter wanted to be that way. So I'm inspired evil. I inspired good deed. So don't be proud because you're Muslim. You are the grasses. Okay. Don't condemn the unbelievers. They are the weeds. But both are planted by the planters. And the wheat, even though condemned by people, still follow what the planter want them to be. The grasses continue to be praised by people all that grow that way. See, this wheat, even though condemned by people, still continuously loyal to the planter, still grow that way. Now you tell me, you think the Muslims are very subservient to Allah and the non-believers are not? Carefully you think. He made it this way. Like, look, we can go another way. He make you Malay. He make Angmo, European. European was leave their way. You will leave your way. Make it that we are orang asli, the Aborigines. We stay in the Amazon maybe with our skinny cloth, and the European, totally different people, but yet these are the way he created them. And the European being praised and all, live comfortable life. This Aborigines in the forest live a meager life, but still persist their way. That is what the planter want, or that is what the creator want. And you see both sides are very subservient to Allah. Though in my opinion, the other side greater subservient, because here with all the abundance, wealth and freebies, that means goodness, people tend to think they are the one who through their energy, education and so on, got this wealth. Okay? So don't look down on the unbelievers. They are also doing their role, their part given by the Almighty. Okay? So I want you to understand this, the role of the third, the subtle self. Okay, don't look down on the non-believers. They also carry on the scripts wholeheartedly, similar like us. Okay, so the deed here, it never say good deed or bad deed. You're doing here, he may test you which of you is best indeed in your doing. That means, are you committed to carry out what I've given to you, allocated to you, which I've written in the law masters? That is your part of your script. Are you committed to carry out your script? And if you want to say both parties carry out their script with total commitment, both sides. All right? That some even, most of them even thought they exist and they are doing this on their own accord, which is not correct. They are made that way to be the unbelievers. They are made that way to be the unbelievers. And the paths have been created for them. Rasulullah said, for those who are born to be hell dwellers, the path has been created for them to follow that until the end. Similarly, those who are created to be the paradise dweller, path created for them to do that. What this means, that if you are given the task of hell dweller, you live like that. If you are given the task to be paradise dweller, you live like that. but there must be total commitment of what you do. Okay? And in order to have total commitment, you must not exist. You exist, then there's no you can't carry out that. But once you know you don't exist, then you surrender everything, then you committed. Resistant, you surrendered, then you are committed. You won't say anything, but you would go through whatever test given by the Lord and committed to go through it, come what may. Okay? So when you say deed here, of course, the Sharia scholars will say, it means the good deed. It never say a good deed here. Deed means doing. There's a good doing, bad doing, evil doing, holy doing. Doing is an act. What is your act? It doesn't say acts of good act. Never say act. You is best in your action or your acts. Okay, so we are on a different level. We're looking at the fairness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's fair. He created both. He admitted he created both. In the pillar of the 6 pillars of faith, I'm the one who commit the right, and I'm the one who commit the wrong. That means he created the wheat and the grass. Okay. So we continue. Yes, indeed, we did test those who lived before them. Yes, Prophet Abraham, Prophet Moses, he committed himself. He wanted to bring out his people from Egypt, and they got stranded at the Red Sea. And his people were very worried. The Pharaoh and his men are coming. But Moses never backed out. If the sea never part, so be it. Okay. So he took his stick and knocked the sea. But he's not God. He won't know that the sea will part. But you total commitment. He knocked to the sea and the sea parted. And they part. I mean, come what may, if the sea didn't part, what happened? So be it. We all died. What to do? That is total commitment. So when you are tested, don't back out. You, my dear companion who are in this line, be steadfast on this knowledge. Not because of anything you back out. So be it. You are coming down from the bus. The bus will still move. It has been moving since 1990. Now it's 2024, still moving the bus. Of course, many went up, many went down also. If you are not committed to this, or you are doubtful of it, you will go down the bus. And those who remain in the bus will move on. So you must be steadfast and hold on to this knowledge. 124,000 prophets were sent to make their ummah know about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worship the only one God. So these are the people of the olden days. Okay? And their tests will be different from us, which are more sophisticated and modern. So shall you be tested. That tested the people now living. I mean, we also will be tested. So we say, why? Why this happened to me? Are we going to have a hue and cry about how Allah unfair? No such thing. Take it with a grit, with your teeth eaten, and move on. Come what may. So be it. Most certainly will God mark out those who prove themselves true. That's it. If you did not back out total commitment, come what may, then there you are marked out those who prove themselves true. And most certainly will he mark out those who are not. So some of you, why Ustadz, I cannot grow up in my spiritual level? Because you are not committed, total commitment. You are swayed by the wind. You are not totally committed. In order to you to be uplifted in your spiritual world, there must be total commitment. Okay? I give you an example. A man and a woman just married, and they in Singapore, they bought themselves a flat. Just married. And they saw at the void deck is the ground floor of the flat, there are many cats. So just married, so they bought a lot of cat food and give the cat to eat. Good, yes, good. But are you totally committed? How long? The question, how long? Not even few months, suddenly big quarrel among themselves. They separated. And none of them feed the cat anymore. Even though one of them still staying there. Suddenly stop. So it is just novelty. At the beginning, hoo-ha. But along the way, you falter. There's no total commitment. I'm happy to mention Nasir and Marhama had been with me for many years, up and down, we were together. We don't back out, no matter what comes. May Alhamdulillah, may Allah strengthen our bondship, and hopefully all of you too will be with me, even up and down. So be it. No back out. Continue to raise the flag, to spread the awaluddin ma'rifatullah. Very important to the ummah. Okay? Without this, there will be no anchor to religion. This is the anchor. Once you know God, you felt His existence, you are automatically on the level of a son, because you could see Him and He could see you. You understood this very well. But you're at the level of a son. Be committed to spread His knowledge. And of course, you must not spread it by way of violence. That's wrong. That is the olden day of approach. The present day is talk to them, have a debate, have a discussion. That's it. That's the now we do our missionary work through knowledge, education, no longer through violence. Violence are the old. In the future, we have to use love. Love. When people are educated now, the whole world, the percentage very high literacy. Before, the percentage of literacy very low. now is very high. So you must do your missionary work through literate means, literacy. Later on, when everyone, maybe 99% of the world is illiterate, then the next move will be by love, by way of love. So Allah had promised, I will instill love in the heart of those who have faith in me, okay? Inshallah. So if you are totally committed, and I'm very happy, many are totally committed, as can see from those names before me. These are people have gone through, with me up and down. You can see the Bagirista. We can see Zainab Basirun, Angulia, Ahmad Sabsuddin, Jamil, Bahar, Salma, Party, Bern. Bern have been with me also in other international platform. Kamaruddin, Rehana, and the Selaya group. Then also Dr. Taufiq Abdul Rahman, many more. But those 7 pillars, and there are many of you, Ali Rais, Din Bota, sorry to mention, and many others have been with me, apart from the 7 pillars. These are the people who are totally committed, and may Allah bless them. May Allah concretize their stand in this path and guide them for the better in this world and the hereafter, inshallah. So be totally committed when attested, We shall certainly be tried and tested. You shall be certainly tried and tested. Not only your possession and your personal self. Now, possession, there may be quarrel about money, but that should not stop you of doing this dawah. There may be quarreling about money, or there may be shortage of money, but it should not stop you. You still commit yourself, come what may. If you don't have money, then put in your, your service. Put in. I have no money, but you can serve. Many of you, I given choices or choice to be lecturers. As I'm still around, I can confirm all, but unfortunately, many did not take the opportunity. But as it is a script, 7 become the pillars, the original pillars. So you'll be tested in your possession. But that we can understand. But in your personal self, and this is what make it very sad. You may be patriotic to a certain person or certain group. And then when something broke out among yourself, you just went haywire. No, you should not be, because your patriotism must be to this knowledge. Awaluddin Ma'rifatullah. No matter what, that's why our companion, Prophet companion Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, he said, those who worship Muhammad, Muhammad had passed away. Those who worship Allah is eternal. And until today, the Muslim worship Allah, not Muhammad. Same. those who worship other than this, those who uh, on to this knowledge, they are the one committed. Those who do not hold to those knowledge and being swayed by politics or whatever, personal grievances, whatever, they are not the one. These are the one who will go down from the bus and leave. So be it. I can't stop it. This is in the script, so be it. So if you are tested, do you stand with this knowledge? I may not be around, please. I'm 73, Now the leg also not very strong after 5 operations. And then also the body, 1 kidney left. Right? I won't be long, but you all, even I'm not around, you must be totally committed to raise the Yamas Indonesia flag up, support the Sufi hub, and get ready to be the Ibn Tamim for the Mahdi to come. Okay? And please, no violence. Okay? So, your personal self, as Jesus said, don't look at the person or at his words. Look at the meaning, the knowledge that he's giving you. Look at that, not at the person. You can have a teacher who looks horrible, ugly. Even the devil see him, the devil cries because of his ugliness. But if he taught you and his teaching is the best, put aside his features. Take his knowledge that is clean and virtue. So your personal self also, you must be careful. I must say it here. So when they come again, this was Satan was always come. I will come from the back, from the front, left and right, and make sure none will be thankful to you. Okay? So if there's personal differences, put it aside, just hang on to this knowledge. Who holding the flag, follow that one. Follow that one. Okay, in Malaysia, I have already appointed Tuti Isa. Singapore, you have Mariama and Nasir. In Indonesia, you have the Yamas Indonesia. They are the main one there. Do not break up and back off. No matter what happens, you must support those who are given the leadership. But because these are the people who wants to carry on the da'wah of the 124 prophets sent and already demised. These are the people who want to continue the da'wah of Allah. Remember Allah said, many prophets had died before. And if this prophet demise, are you going to run away from Allah? Religion, same here. No matter what happens, the leaders are already appointed. Follow them. And futures, you have 7 wise teachers, wise Arifillah, in 20 years to come, or maybe 10 years and above. They will be the source of reference for those who are in search of this knowledge. Alhamdulillah. Thankful to Allah for the 7 who are totally committed to carry out the da'wah of this Sufi, the way of the Prophet, Awaluddin Marifatullah. But we shall test you with something of fear and hunger. do not, because of monetary wise, back off. Fear that, and some even accuse me and saying my seminar very expensive, and I was totally sad about it. Of course, you carry out overseas seminar. If you go there, you have to pay for the hotel, transport, the food, and even the flight. They just no two ways about it. Yamas is not rich yet to have his own plane, his own hotel, his own restaurant. Not yet. So of course you have to incur this. But even to that, I found what being charged for the seminar with the accommodation, the food and whatnot, very, very cheap. Very cheap. But many accuse this way. So if you can't afford, do not say something bad about it. That's why you are tested. You see, even Yamas, when they come, because they have no money and so on, no place to stay, what I know, Yamas provide them with place to stay and even free, not charge them to attend the seminar. Okay? So fear and hunger and some loss in good or life or the fruit of your toil, right? But be patiently persevere, whatever the tidings. Patiently persevere, because this is the knowledge many of you had vouchsafed, that this is the knowledge you are looking for. And if you are being frank with yourself, honest yourself, what Allah had given us the knowledge that we had learned now, you can never find it in any book after Imam Ghazali. That's fine. These are the books written by Yamas Indonesia. These are the books which lay down the guideline, whatnot, with references and so on and so on. In future, even you want to greater guideline apart from the book, you look for the 7 pillars. They will help you. They have been entrenched. That means they have been given good foundation to help others in the future to come. So, whatever, be patiently persevere, steadfast, and hold on to Allah. Whatever, hold on to Him. Okay? Your wife, your children's enemy, yes, we had seen this. Where the wife cannot agree with our teaching, or the husband cannot agree with our teaching, and want the spouse to back off. But many still stick to us because they knew that is the correct one. The one that want to, the spouse to back off, these people mostly from the tariqat. They say, no, Ma'rifat is the highest. Syariat, tariqat, hakikat, Ma'rifat. How can you Ma'rifat first? But we are the way of the prophets. Awaluddin, Ma'rifatullah. The way of the tariqat. They have the 4. Syariat, tariqat, hakikat, Ma'rifat, and they have to overcome 7 level of nafs. From Amarah until the best, if I'm not, the 7 Kamila, if I'm not mistaken. But we don't go through that. These are things that, these are innovation, bid'ah, created after Rasulullah had passed away, companion had passed away. So, if your wife, if your spouses are against this line, this knowledge. If you believe that this is the knowledge, the truth, you had felt it, is the one that answers all your questions in your mind. Then, on the quiet, do it without telling people you are falling our way. On the quiet, because our zikrullah also on the quiet. Look like you're sleeping. Okay. There's nothing that will show that you are something else. You don't use beard. Of course, exceptional Ali Rais. He from before with his beard and turban. Okay. You don't need to be that way. Most of us, nobody can recognize you. So you can just be like Khidir. No, be among society, but nobody knows you. Even our friend West Carnine, nobody knows him. Or not just stay in your room like the dwellers of Kafi cave. Stay there, don't come out. Nobody knows. But they don't see any different in our way, right? At night we woke up, we pray the tahajjud and so on. Well, many people also pray. The Sharia also pray. Daytime we fast, but we don't need to tell people we fast, right? So people may think, oh, he's fasting Monday and Thursday. Oh, he's fasting Nabi Daud. But that is Sharia. We are fasting, the Sufi is fasting people. They want to control the nafs. And what Imam Ghazali, only by fasting you can control the nafs. Even Rasulullah said, if you are not married, you are bachelor, fast, control the nafs. So we pray, we fast. Same, many people fast. We read the Quran, yes, everybody also read the Quran. We give to charity, yes. We live humbly, you know. We don't show off whatever is said we have. What we call this. We live reasonable life. People who do that. We hold on to Sharia, especially those pertaining to worship. We hold on to that. There's no difference in our worship. We go to mosque, we pray accordingly. You don't see some of the people who say, oh, you must pray under umbrella. And some say, you must pray using the Japanese sandal. This is funny. We don't do that. We pray. We can even be imam of the masjid. I imam of masjid also before. Okay, no different. But there's a finality to that we say, and we are fearful of Allah. Yes. That the last one. Fearful to Allah. And our fearful to Allah because we can feel His nearness. Nearness. We have already the ma'rifah. The sight of ma'rifah. You have the sight of the attributes, sight of the hakikat, and sight of real. Use the sight of ma'rifah. We annihilate the essence. We annihilate the attributes. And we are facing with the continent of the subtle self. Now, let me explain you this way. When you annihilate the attributes, okay, then you know there is the essence. When you annihilate the essence, you see blank, you know. But that's it. You can't, the subtle self, you cannot form it. You cannot shape it. You cannot do that. Totally unknown. So it's totally unknown, and that is a subtle self. And that's why we say, when you say kun, the subtle self, the container appear, the subtle self appear, without form, without shape, without nothing. Okay, but Allah give it in Surah Nur like a hole without outlet. Uh, that's the description of Allah, but you can't draw it. But we draw a circle because we want to teach, otherwise you see blank. Blank. But the point that you must remember, when he tajalli, when he show his countenance, the countenance is without features. Otherwise it has form. Totally unknown. That's it. So when you annihilate the attributes, you annihilate the essence, of course you are faced with something that's without form. But that's it. That is the content, the original. That's it. So when you realize it, that when you annihilate it, oh my God, this one, totally unknown, but I'm facing it. That, okay, that really make us, really felt his wisdom. And that's what Allah said, that tears will fall down his face, his cheeks. So we come back here. O ye who believe, lo, among your wife and your children, they are enemies. These two. So when as you grow older, your son or your wife or your husband or your daughters, they may have no respect for you because you are totally useless, without income, sickly, need people to help you. No matter what they did, hold on to Allah. Go up LST, hold on to Him, never give up. And bear patiently, just now, patiently persevere what they are doing to you. Patiently persevere. Because Allah said, you will bear the burden that you can bear. But once they went over the limit, Allah will take your life away from them. But persevere, no matter what they did. Persevere, don't curse them, don't do anything. Just take it, and go back to Allah for consolation. Hold on to Him. Okay? Never, because of the work of your spouses or your children, you start questioning Allah. Why am I like that? I had a client before. His son in secondary school committed suicide because the result was not to his liking. So this man come to see me, and because I have to do the estate matter. He said, why God did this to me? I pray, I fast, I give to charity, or that. Why He did this to me? Cause my child to commit suicide. I nearly want to slap his face. I really was very angry. At this point of time, you don't criticize Allah. He knows better. Hold on to Him. Believe that what had happened is the best for you because He's all wise. If your son has a life, he may do some damaging thing to you, like in the case of Khidir, who he killed the boy. If the boy is alive, he will make his parents become apostate. So Allah help us. So there's always the good purpose in everything that had been happening to you. So just hold on to Allah. Say, Allah suffice. There's no God save Him. In Him have I put my trust. And He is the Lord of the tremendous throne. Hang on to Him. No matter what your situation, physically or financially or mentally, hang on to Him. There was one case when we have our class at IPA. This lady come, she will dive at the floor of the class and start swimming. Every time she comes, she starts swimming. After about 5-10 minutes, she will stop. But every time come must swim because uh, you know, not I mean spiritually she's disturbed. But after 5-10 minutes she'll be okay. She will sit down. But while I was lecturing, when she had sat down, I was lecturing. I found that the knowledge I push out, come out from my mouth, I could see went into her. Alhamdulillah, I see. She understood. No, understood what I say. She understood. So she came again, swimming in the floor. Again, when I teach, she understood. About, I think, 3 or 4 times after that, completely cured. No more diving on the floor, no more swimming on the floor. And could talk to us like any normal person and can even joke. Can even joke with us. The husband say to me and to others, he said, I brought my wife more than 50 bomo. They cannot cure my wife. But Ustad, you don't do anything, she's cured. He thought I didn't do anything. No, I saw my teaching went into her and she understood. That cured her and she become normal and even can joke with herself. So, whatever, hold on to Allah. Hold on. Hold on. If you hold on to Allah, even you die, you'll be a martyr. Right? If you hold on to Allah, if you didn't die, you will be like a husk of the coconut. Even if we push you into the water, you will come out. Because you hold on to Allah. And His rope will never burst, never. Hold on to Him. Suffice Allah for me. There's no God save Him. In Him I put my trust. Similarly, Rasulullah put his trust to Allah. When the Perang Badar, 300 against 1,000. Similarly, Prophet Ibrahim salam also put his trust in Allah when he is thrown into the fire. Similarly, Prophet Yunus salam thrown into the belly of the fish. Hang on to Allah, and Allah release him. And many more. Hang on to Allah. We also hang on to Allah. We have the knowledge of God. We have seen the truth. We have reached the level of Ihsan. We could see Him and He could see us through knowledge. Hang on to Him. Hang on, no matter what comes. Hang on to Him. If you desire to reach this station, this level, accept Islam and then submit forthwith to its predestination. That means when you being tested, you accept this test, this predestination, come what may. If you fail in your exam, but you trust in Allah, you accept this, there may be good reason for it. If you pass, also you hang on to Allah. There may be good reason for it. Allah is so wise, He will never do anything which is unwise. Okay. So submit yourself wholeheartedly and to His predestination. Now let me elaborate to you predestination, and let me explain to you. You see, Rasulullah went for Mi'raj. He saw the dwellers of hell. He saw the dweller of paradise. But this has not happened yet because there's no Armageddon, Qiyamah. There's no resurrection. There's no judgment. How can now only the third phase, 4.6 billion years, there's another 7.4 billion years to go. So this not yet reached the 12 billion years, 10 to 12 billion years, or the sixth phase. How can there be people in hell and in paradise? So what Rasulullah see is actually a picture. Now let me explain the picture and the concept of predestination. You see a painting of mankind, animal, fish, whatnot. The big painting. That is the attributes. That is the sifat attributes. This is an example of analogy. And these are on a blank white paper or canvas of paper. That is the essence. Okay. So you have a painting on a canvas. Painting on a canvas. Cannot move, cannot talk, cannot do anything. It's just painting. But then the powerhouse behind the canvas. This one that moved the painting. This one that moved the painting but did not change the painting. That bear in mind. The painting has been completed. That 6 phases completed the painting. The painting, the attribute, the sifat. And these paintings are on a white canvas or paper. This is the essence. But these two cannot do anything. Powerless. The one that moves it is behind it, the subtle self that moves it. That what I want trying to tell you, the subtle self moves the image to the essence, move the image on the white screen, on the white canvas. All those pictures will be moving because the subtle self moved them. Okay? They did not move by themselves, the subtle self. But the subtle self just moved them according to the picture, the plan of the picture. It never changed the picture. It just moved the picture, and that picture is predestination. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? The whole thing is predestination. The picture painted on the white canvas sheet, it will not move, but all the scenario for the 6 phases, all the scenario are painted but can't move. And then later on, the subtle self moved them, and this thing moved. We all move, mankind, animal move, right? But the movement on the picture moved, but the scenario, the painting do not change. And that's why we grow infants, child, teenage, then middle age, and old age. That sequence. In that way, there is no change. So the picture will move according to what it is drawn. From A to Z, there is no change. And that A to Z is predestination. I hope you can understand. I have to say, but I'll go this further later on, but just to bear in mind. So in the end, you must submit that everything according to what has been drawn there, that is predestination. You accept that. So you have to accept wholeheartedly on this. Okay. Leave the whole matter entirely to God. And this is the thing that you need total commitment. If you want to leave the whole matter to Allah, you must have total commitment. You don't back off last minute. Leave it entirely to God because He had the charge of it in the beginning. So you and the mother womb, He took care of you. And so will He have it till the end. Hold on to Allah. Hold on to Him. He took care of you when your mother womb. Feed you, give you breath to breathe in and so on. So when you are born out of the womb, hold on to Him until the end. Okay? Leave the whole matter to Allah and trust Him. It's difficult, but once you are totally committed and you went through it, then you realize what it means by living entirely to Allah and seeing the reciprocal or reciprocity of Allah to your total commitment. But you must go through it. Okay? You must go through it. Truly my prayer, my sacrifice, inna salati wa nusuki, my life, my yahya, wa mamati, my death are for Allah, the Lord of the world. Yeah, this is total commitment. What you are saying is a total commitment. No backing off. Okay. So you want to back off, go down the bus. The bus still moves, but one passenger less. Hold on to Him day and night. Hold fast to Allah. He is your protector, nobody else. He is the only one. The best to protect and the best to help Allah. Hold on to Him. When you are totally committed and you went through it, the test, you went through the test, totally committed, you see, when you pass that stage, your level is different. Your level spiritually is different. Okay? When you went through the hardships, that's why some people say, you need to fail before you can succeed. That's what the world says. But here, you need to be tested before you can succeed. There must be total commitment. Hold on to Him no matter what come may. Hang on to Allah. Never give up. Okay. You have known Him, but you could feel Him. You know this is the truth. You know wherever you turn, there is container. Is container. Hang on to Him. You already reach the level of a son. Hang on to Him. Don't give up. Come what may, totally committed. Surrender your existence. Totally committed. Whatever the test will be. Okay. And true believers believe in Allah and totally submit themselves to Allah. That means surrender your existence. Believe in that their sustenance are from Allah and confident that whatsoever predestined for them, they will get it, and it's vice versa, they will not get it. That means what come may, the good or the bad, just hang on to Him. Hang on to Him. If you don't do that, also when you are dying, when there's no other person, when you are dying, the Sakaratul Maut, the journey of death, when you are on the journey of the Sakaratul Maut, nobody can hear you except those who are given the sight, the inner sight. What you call this? He could hear you and can see you. But those who do not generally, these people can't see you when you are Sakaratul Maut. Only those Kashaf could see. But those who do not, but let me make it where you are Sakaratul Maut, the journey of death, and your breathing is heavy. Nobody could see you. Nobody can hear you. Yes, those who know can help you. But, you know, at that time, you realize only Allah can help you. That's the only threshold, the only rope at that point of time. If you have this knowledge of God, you know only Allah will help you. And there where you hang on to Him, And that is zikrullah. When you hang on to him, that is zikrullah. You remember him and hang on to him. And you see smooth sailing. Smooth sailing, inshallah. And if you have passed that test, totally committed, you pass that test, then you have your sustenance come from Allah. And confident that whatsoever predestined will come to you, be it bad or good. But your sustenance, even you forget to ask him, he will take of you. But you must go through that test and totally committed. Once Allah had accepted that, you pass your sustenance, you don't have to worry. That's why Allah said, there's no worry in the Quran. Allah said, no worry for those who are Allah's people. Or some say, the wali or some the people of Allah. No worry. But you must pass that test. Totally committed. No backing out. Then Allah put you on his payroll. Okay? Such as remember Allah standing, sitting, reclining. That's it. Once you are totally committed to him, you go through the test and pass. You see you are on a different level. At that time, you can always remember him, notwithstanding you are sitting, reclining, or even standing. You can remember him. But he must test you, and you must be totally committed, come what may. And remember, I told you, Prophet Abraham, he was totally even thrown into the fire, no backing out. Totally committed. Okay? And that is why Allah called him my friend or my companion, Khalilullah. And this is a parameter that Allah put onto himself. For no soul does Allah place a burden greater than it can bear. So you don't have to worry that you can't bear it. You really can't bear it. Allah will either give you a way out and give you a sustenance without you knowing where it comes from. That is the 1,000 1,000 dinars verse, 1,000 dinars verse. That if you trust him and you worship him truthfully, he will let you out from your predicaments and give you sustenance that you never expected. So if you committed and you went through it without backing out, he give you that sustenance without you knowing where it comes from. That means you will be in his pension roll. You will be on his pension roll, inshallah. That's why Sheikh Abdul Qadir was saying, people will come from far and near to see you and give you gift and money and so forth. These are people you don't know. But of course, you are not influenced by the gift or that. But that's what Shaykh Abdul Qadir said. Inshallah, you will be on Allah's payroll. Okay. But you must go through the test, totally committed, without backing off. So one way he give you a way out. The other way, when you can't bear it, he take your life away. And if he sees that you can't anymore take it, he take your life away. So you will never be placed burden that you can bear. So there I told you about the Badar, where a prophet with 300 people and the Quraysh 1,000 people, but they remained totally committed to Allah. When you were utterly weak, but you still hang on to Allah. Remain then conscious of God, conscious of Allah, hang on to Allah, so that you might have cause to be grateful. Okay? For indeed God did scour you at Badr, and help you when you were totally weak. Okay? So you see this from Badr, 300, and yet we can win 1,000. So even our prophet Noah, alayhi salam, they laugh at him. Hey, why you build ship on the mountain? Are you crazy? How are you going to drag it down to the beach, on the mountain? How are you going to drag the ship, that big, very big ship, high on the mountain to the sea, which is miles away? So they laugh at him. When they pass, they laugh at him. They laugh at him, joke at them. Even went to the extent of shitting on the ship. And Allah changed it, become medicine, so they dig it back and scrap it back, But this is what happened. Noah built a ship on the mountain. People say, you must be crazy. How do you going to bring it down? They all laugh. The sea is so far away. But they didn't know. But Noah steadfast, committed. Maybe it's wrong what I'm doing, but I believe in Allah. I shall continue. Committed. Go through it. So he went through it. Okay, the people laugh at him. He doesn't care. He asked them to help. They don't want to help. So be it. Continue. And when the flood comes, the boat is afloat. The ship is afloat. And those all below the mountain died. Okay. And also when his son was old enough, Ismail, to walk with Abraham, so Abraham was dreamed that he must sacrifice Ismail. So he had to do it. And he went through it. He wanted, he intended to sacrifice his son because he dreamed this direction for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Then when they submitted to Allah's will, see, they went through it. But before he could sacrifice, Allah changed it to an animal. Right? Ismail was saved. Okay. And you see here, he wanted to cut off, sacrifice. Allah changed it to animals. Commitment. But of course, Allah won't test us like that. There's a prophet. He's the higher level of iman. No, so don't you go and sacrifice your son and say this God. That no more. There's a prophet level, not ours. Okay. Then you did that. The judge in the court will say, "I will hang you to die unless God give me instruction otherwise." Okay. And again, Abraham burned him. Right? And you see, Allah said, "Oh, fire, be cool." Right? Allah said, not Abraham. Abraham doesn't know, but he committed. So be it. I die, I will die. So they built a fire. They threw him there. He's saved. We see again, Job, Ayub. Wow. He never complained. So be it. Never complained. When he cannot bear it anymore, he just ask Allah to save. And Allah did that. But he was patient. So many bad things happened to him. He just hang on, so patient. Okay? Finally, Allah released him. And even Jacob, when he lost his son Joseph and he lost his eyesight, he never blamed Allah. Never. Patiently persevere. See, that's why his eyes become white with sorrow and he fell into silent melancholy, but never cursed Allah. Never questioned Allah. Okay. So you see here, that when he got And Joseph back, he smelled the shirt of Joseph. He got his eyes back. It's like there. And Moses too, I told you just now, reached the Red River, the Red Sea. If it doesn't have open, he and his Ummah will disappear. So be it. Trust in Allah. And it had opened. Opened. As people were safe. And when Pharaoh came in, they all were killed. Masita, okay, that died together with her children after being thrown into a cauldron of hot water. But there's no backing out. So be it. Okay? Now, alhamdulillah, we finish this one. Inshallah, next week we go to the the work of subtle self, af'al. And whoever fears Allah, keep his duty to him, he will make a way for him to get out. This is the 1,000 dinar verse. Whoever fear Allah and keep his duty to Allah, committed, totally committed, he will make a way for him to get out from every difficulty that I told you. If you are committed to his test and you went through it, you will be on a different level. You will be on the divine payroll. I'm telling you. Okay? Allah, he will make a way for him to get out from his difficulty. And he provide for him from sources he never could imagine. And if anyone put his trust in Allah, sufficient is Allah for it. They say, when he tested you, what come here, you go ahead with it. Even to extend that you may lose your life like Abraham. So be it. Steadfast. No backing out. Go through it. Once you pass that, okay, Allah will make way. Okay? When you keep your duty to him, Allah make way for you from every difficulty and give you sustenance that you can never imagine where it comes from. Okay? And if you put one trust in Allah, sufficient is Allah for you. So you believe in him wholeheartedly. You go through the test, no matter what comes, you went through it, then you become Allah's man. For Allah will surely accomplish his purpose. Verily, all things has Allah appointed a due proportion. So we finish this, we'll continue on this af'al of the subtle self next week. So back to Bayu. Thank you very much.